Welcome back to Magoo's Reviews. All right, y'all. So some real big news came out of D23 yesterday. The X-Men is coming in 2028. Before we get into the video, on the road to 2,000 subscribers. After that, we're going 10,000, 100,000. We're going to beat a million. We're going to claim it. It will happen. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button at the bottom. All right, y'all. So D23 drop. Yeah, man. A lot of big news. A lot of big news, especially concerning Marvel. You know, some Star Wars news as well. But I got some videos to drop on the Marvel news. Now, the X-Men logo and release date revealed as surprise actors confirmed Rogue, Storm, Mr. Sinister, Cyclops, of course, Jean Grey. We all know who's playing Jean. But Professor X, man, so many, man. So we're going to get into articles come from comicbookmovie.com. I'm going to put a link in the description description so you guys go check out yourself. But it says Marvel Studios has officially announced the release date and cast for Jake Schreier's, if I pronounced that correctly, X-Men reboot, and there were some big surprises at D23. We also have the movie's logo and release date. The cast of Marvel Studios' X-Men reboot has finally been revealed, with Kevin Feige welcoming them and filmmaker Jake Schreier at D23, the ultimate Disney fan event tonight. Says the movie, which is now confirmed to kick off the MCU's next saga in 2028, will star Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, Kit Connor as Cyclops, Christopher Abbott as Professor Charles Xavier, Samara Weaving as Emma Frost, Indy Navarrete as Rogue. That's the girl who was in Obsession. That was her. She's playing Rogue. Maya Boy as Storm. That's good casting. And Adam Driver as Nathan Milb. Adam Driver is playing Mr. Sinister. That's going to be dope. That's going to be dope. Now we're going to continue on. It says, Adam Driver said, Kevin and I have been talking for years about me joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I think we found the project film in perfect time with characters I care very deeply about, right? He continued, so I'm very excited to be playing the role of Magneto. Wrong again, right? Even better, Nathan Milbury. So I'll be right here waiting for everybody to show up. Some of the names above will be familiar to you. Sank recently made her MCU debut as Jean Grey in Spider-Man Brand New Day, which was fantastic. Go check out my review for Spider-Man Brand New Day. And is best known for her role in Stranger Things. Connor Heartstopper has been rumored for Cyclops, while the trades have been also reported about Abbott. Wolfman is playing Professor X, and that Weaving, ready to not, would take on Emma Frost. The two big surprises were Navarrete as Rogue and Boyd as Storm. So yeah, man, nice. So we're gonna continue on. Like I said, Navarrete, she played in Obsession recently. Pretty solid movie. I thought it was very good. X-Men arrives in theaters May 5th, 2028. Now again, the cast is Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, Kit Connor as Cyclops, Christopher Abbott as Professor Charles Xavier, Samara Weaving as Emma Frost, Indy Navarrete as Rogue, Maya Boyd as Storm, and Adam Driver is Nathaniel Milbury. So yeah, man, tell me what you guys think. Again, May 5th, 2028. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens, man. I think now, as far as the team itself, the X-Men team, let's see who the members. Many of the members is Cyclops, Jean, Rogue, and Storm. So really 4. It depends on, Charles, but Charles really don't count. He counts, but he don't count. So he ain't out in the field, fighting with them all the time. So Emma Frost, maybe the 5th member, but again, she could be, like I said, especially the beginning of Emma Frost, she could be chilling with Mr. Sinister. She could be doing her own thing. She's flip-floppy for the most part. So it could just really be Storm, Rogue, Cyclops, and Jean. I'm surprised they ain't got no other, like Beast. You know what I'm saying? Where's Beast? Where's Angel? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're starting with a smaller, like throw somebody else in there, throw Nightcrawler in there, shoot those. Well, of course, Wolverine's the big one, but I'm going to get into that a little bit later on in the video, so please stick around for that. But yeah, man, overall, May 5th, 2020 is going to be the release date for X-Men. Now, I will say this. It's smart. It's smart because they're keeping the ball rolling. And I put it like to you this. And next year, 2027 is Secret Wars, right? And I'm going to do a video on the whole Doomsday. That's going to be my next video, so please stick around for that one. But yeah, December 2027 is going to be Secret Wars, and that's pretty much, like I said, the end of this phase and the next phase of Marvel. So I think Robert Downey Jr., Christopher Hemsworth, Christopher Evans, you know what I'm saying, all those guys, you know what I'm saying, that we all, the beginning of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I think that would be the end of them. Continue on the next phase, which will be the X-Men, and then after that, the same year as X-Men, you have Ghost Rider, and then you have Black Panther in December, Black Panther 3. So you're going to have X-Men, Ghost Rider, and Black Panther 3 all in 2028 from Marvel. Now, I'm going to do another video. Stick around. It's going to be how will DC respond to this, because there's been some rumors, well, not rumors, but Cosmic News, the one who broke a lot of stuff about Paramount buying Warner Brothers, has confirmed that yes, Zack Snyder is back at Warner Brothers, and he has a plan about they're bringing Zack Snyder back. You know, he's coming back. Eventually, Zack Snyder will be back. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's going to be one way DC does respond, but it's going to be interesting to see what they do. I mean, I think they had their window years ago, but not getting too far off the gauntlet. I am excited about X-Men. Like I said, I think the casting is very good. I think I got no problems with any of the casting so far as this movie goes. So it's going to be interesting to see how it turns out. And like I said, man, you know, Marvel really is gotten the ball rolling. I think for a while they were really dead. Not dead, but it was very, very sluggish, man. Like, last year was Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, which I did like Fantastic Four. I thought Thunderbolts was all right, you know, who are the new Avengers. But for the most part, man, there was really nothing there. Then the year before that was really nothing. I mean, like I said, the Spider-Man movies, the Tom Holland movies, those are Sony, even though he is a part of the MCU. But, you know, those are Sony. So Spider-Man Brand New Day, I thought was fantastic. It's my movie of the summer. I really did enjoy Spider-Man Brand New Day. And I'm looking forward to Doomsday, you know what I'm saying? And I thought Sadie Sink was very good in Spider-Man Brand New Day. So overall, man, yeah, I hope it's good. I hope it's very good. X-Men, like I said. Now, that's why I want to end the video off of Wolverine. Hugh Jackman is still playing Wolverine. I think he's going to play Wolverine in, Doomsday and Secret Wars. But the rumors are that he will be in the movie. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do with him, because this is like, what, the second reboot of like the X-Men. Of course, you had the originals, and you had like X-Men First Class, in which, you know, Days of Future Past, they mixed both casts together, which is still my favorite X-Men movie. So this is like the third X-Men team, you know what I'm saying? And they are young, but it's going to be interesting to see if they do put Wolverine in there, because Wolverine is the most famous X-Men. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Wolverine's the most famous X-Men. And like I said before, the Avengers really blew up. The big three of Marvel was Spider-Man, the Hulk, and Wolverine. Those are the big three of Marvel. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, you got to put Wolverine in there eventually. You know what I'm saying? I know Hugh Jackman still wants to play the character, and he did say, I think it was in one of the movies, like, I'll play him till I'm 90. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that, because he loves the character, and I think he is the best. I put him over Robert Downey Jr. I put him over like Christian Bale. You know what I'm saying? A lot of actors who I think are fantastic in those roles, their characters. I got Hugh Jackman #1 for the sole fact of he's been doing it the longest, and he has never, ever phoned it in. You can't find a bad Wolverine performance from Hugh Jackman. You know what I'm saying? Now, there may be some bad movies like X-Men Origins, but then he has some fantastic movies like Logan. So Hugh Jackman has never, ever phoned it in for the character of Wolverine, because he loves the character. And I think that he just, yeah, the spirit of Wolverine, he absolutely knocks it out the park. So as far as the new X-Men cast goes, they are a younger cast. But eventually, man, you got to put Wolverine in there. If that means that Hugh Jackman's still doing his own thing. But I think that for the sake of this X-Men team, you know what I'm saying? That way it doesn't fall into the same, like, First Class and all that. Even though those movies are fantastic, you know what I'm saying? When they got to Apocalypse, it was like, it ran its course. And you don't want that 3 movies in, you know what I'm saying? So I think that you have to really expand this X-Men team. You have to, you know what I'm saying? You can't just keep it at this. So there's nothing wrong with this team base level, but for future movies, you gotta add more. You gotta add Wolverine. You gotta add Nightcrawler, you know, Cyclops, you know, Kitty Pryde, so on and so forth. But so far, Cyclops, Jean, Storm, Rogue, that's cool. That's absolutely cool. And then, of course, you got Professor X and, again, Magneto. You got to add, man. I love the X-Men universe, because the X-Men universe is fantastic. So many different teams, so many different characters. So, yeah, I am excited for this. So, again, May 5th, 2028, the X-Men is coming out from Marvel Studios. So, before we end the video, thank you so much for sticking all the way to the end. Hope everybody has a blessed day. And please, again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all soon.